No, no, no lie. Resonating, vibes ain't feeling good. Everything but vibrating. I am at peace. I am at peace.
Wilfred Zaha, we were going to talk about him. It seems like we talk about things a little late because we forget, but Wilfred Zaha, he's a football player, plays for...
Wilfred Zaha, great footballer, man. Great. Should be playing for England, but there's just a lot of competition for his places. He's going to play for Ivory Coast now, but he played for Man United as well. It didn't work out for him. But what Wilfred's done is he's talking about taking the knee. He doesn't want to take the knee anymore. And he's a black man saying, I don't want to take the knee. And it's confusing the hell out of white people. Because if a white man went, I'm not going to take the knee, they'd go, well, you've been racist. But Wilfred was probably got the same reasoning. It's how he's being viewed and whether or not we've moved on now from taking the knee.
I think I've got to add some context to it. So Wilfred has come out and actually said that it is degrading in taking the knee as a sign of being like almost to say, yeah, respect me the same as you respect everybody else. When if he gets, for example, some racial abuse online or other players, then nothing's really done about it, or it has to become some massive thing in the media for something to be done about it, as opposed to it being what it is, which is wrong. You get me? So he wants to see real action, and actually feels like taking a knee is kind of like saying it's just symbol, isn't it? But there's nothing happening.
Just token gesture.
Isn't it? Yeah.
But I think this whole Black Lives Matter thing, it's elevated the discussion. Whether people agree with the movement, Black Lives Matter movement, whether they think taking a knee, the fact is people are talking about it, and we are now starting to see the BBC going, oh, we need to get some black faces on BBC other than Lenny Henry or Garth Crooks. So it's been successful in that way, but I don't know if people now understand the symbolism of taking the knee, because it came from America, didn't it? And standing against.
Well, we spoke about this in episode 7, just a little plug there, where we spoke about George Floyd's murder. Let me have a sip of water right there.
Right nephews. Right.
When we spoke about that, and I still feel pretty much the same. Like, I agree with the sentiment, clearly, but I don't agree that it once it's made to be a movement, it can be brushed under the carpet in any way if the people who started the movement turned out to be dodgy. If like someone in the movement does something dodgy, if someone joins the movement and does something dodgy to make it look like the movement, it's easy to just
we're talking
about
it, so it's still working, isn't it? It's still bringing it to public attention, and
indeed, yeah.
And unfortunately, all right, George Floyd, the man got killed in America, and we're going, well, how does that apply to people in Britain and black people in Britain? The experience is different and all that nonsense. But the fact is, we're still talking about it, and we're still, because of that whole movement, because of people taking the knee, people now, if nothing else, it's making, people question and try to understand why are we still in this situation where you have a child and I have a child, and from the moment they're born, my kid's ahead of yours. Obviously, not when it comes to maths and knowledge of alcohol.
Yeah, you idiot.
And that's how it goes. That's what the problem is. The problem is that we don't still. We'll go, yeah, race. All right, well, all right. If they shoot black people, that's wrong. But Meghan and Harry, or Winge and Ginge, as they're now being called, being chased out of the country, and they're being told that she's a woman's attention seeking, she's making up racism. But no, she's a black woman. If she says she's been racially abused, who am I to go, no, you're not, you're crazy?
I haven't really followed it. I didn't watch the Oprah thing. They had Meghan and Harry had an interview with Oprah recently. I don't think the Queen's happy, or at least that's what the media is saying. It's caused beef. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I ain't see the interview. I'm not really interested in watching it because it's none of my business really. But yeah, man, it feels very similar to like just how people like. I'm just gonna say it, man. People hated like the media kind of were dread to Diana, yeah, dread, yeah, and it feels like similar things.
Yeah, but I think the thing with Diana though was that the people loved her, the media clearly didn't. But with Meghan, the people ain't got no time for the girl, right? And because of what they've been fed, clearly, look, the man Harry, he's met this woman, he thinks that's the one for me. Let him go about his business. Let them have their little yellow man, redhead, mixed race kids, right? You're going to get stick from white people and black people, and the Chinese are joining. But The woman,
Me name
she said
Yellow
that
Man. Name
if she
Yellow
thinks
Man.
she's been a victim and she's being treated badly, who am I to say no? You're not. It's all in your mind. She's an American, so obviously there's going to be issues straight away there because culturally we're different. But the the royal family, they don't like their black people to be out up front. They like them to be backstage or hidden away. And the reality is that, she had the wedding where she had the black kid playing the cello. Where she found him, who knows? And a choir and all the rest of it.
Mate,
And it
dude's
made
name's Shaku Kanemaru or something like that. And I didn't even watch the wedding. I just know the dude. That hasn't really done much for my street cred there. But he's a bad boy cellist.
listen, mate, I think your street cred ended with rosé and maths quizzes at the start of the podcast. A disrespectful of water. But yeah, so they found it before. Look, did you know that black kids play the cello? I never saw one. So she's brought, she's raised the profile and awareness to that level. When they've gone, right, you've raised the awareness. We're not racist. Now we're going to be racist. Blah, 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 blah.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have to work out what the dude's name is now. Shaku.
Do it. Have it. But I just think,
Do
though,
you
the
know
way
what?
that
His name's
she,
Shaku Kanemason. Smashed it.
brilliant.
Smashed it.
That sounds like a recipe. I'll have a
Recipe
Shaky
for good
Kind of
music,
Mason,
isn't it?
please. But she's now gone off to America, and they're just running the girl down. Hang on, what about your other son? What about Prince Andrew? What he's been accused of? Where's all the media attention to that?
So there's a
Rather
thing,
than
right, called there's a movie called Friday done by Ice Cube years ago. It's like a cult classic. And in this movie, there's a character who's like a bully, right? And the lyric goes, I'm worried about the character's name's Debo. And when he comes round, they took their gold chains in and that. And then when he's gone, they all go on big and boasty again, yeah? Because they think they're going to get robbed. And the lyric is, when he around, I'll be quiet. But when he gone, I'll be talking again, right? And that's basically how I see it with the Megan thing. Now they're like God. It's like, oh yeah, when they were here, yeah, I'll be quiet for a bit because we've been dread. The media, I mean, be quiet for a bit. And as soon as they're gone, something to talk about, isn't it?
but it's hard because Prince Harry, he's quite a popular guy. He's a pretty sound bloke. So why are we trusting a man's judgment? Leave them people alone, mate. If they want to make their millions, let them make their millions. Let's work out why Prince Andrew's been hidden away. Let's kind of, try and understand that this institution of the royal family, this girl's come in and shook it up. Well, what did she think was going to happen? And he must have known that you got a responsibility, I think, when you go into another culture to understand that things that are normal in your culture, as in American, it's going to be different than what it is over here.
Mhm.
And I just think, leave the girl alone. If they want to be left alone or they want to make millions, well, there's nothing else going on in the country right now that we could be talking about.
And again, as you just alluded to, some of the stuff that was going on in the royal family isn't necessarily an attraction to go and join and like be representing them things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This next bit, yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
think, well, I'm just gonna say it, yeah. But there's certain things in life that you've never really agreed with you, and you've kind of always thought, I'm just gonna say it, bruv. Dinosaurs. That story's shaky to me. That story is always in my mind. If I'm honest,
Dinosaurs are shaky.
the story, the whole thing, there's just
What's
the
dinosaurs?
whole thing just seems shaky. There seems to be, and I'm not like coming with no conspiracy. I've not gone and looked to go
Okay.
and see a load of people that think
Do it. Come on,
dinosaurs
let's
aren't
have it.
real.
Right. What then?
Like,
What is it you're not getting?
okay, I'll just put one thing out there. So,
Go on.
intelligent mankind, man with Neanderthals, yeah, and there's
Right.
velociraptors around. You don't think you're just going to be food? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you're going to survive and come true now. Like, nah, mate. If some of them dinosaurs were how they're portrayed in
Some of
Jurassic
them.
Park, no, I'm joking, but you know what I mean? Like, if some of the dinosaurs are how they've been portrayed, then there's no way that Neanderthal man who were like basically stupid, like, could have got
Why
come
were
true.
Neanderthal men stupid? Why would you say that?
As in, like, they didn't have like, no, I don't know, did they have tools? Did they have tools by then? Were they using tools
Yeah.
and wheeling thing? I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I reckon that if dinosaurs, if the whole dinosaur thing is true, then like intelligent mankind, I reckon we're around, like Homo
Yeah.
sapiens, at the same time.
The only slight
For
problem
us to be
with
here
your
now.
otherwise the only slight problem with your otherwise genius logic is that humans been around for like 350,000 years, right? And dinosaurs died out about 65 million years ago.
See, that's what I'm saying, shaky. And I've not done enough research to back up this.
You
What I'm
clearly
saying,
haven't
right?
done enough research.
But
I'll
I
go
don't
and check
think
it
I
out.
think humans have been around for longer than that.
Why do you think that?
I've, I mean, I'll have to come back to this in a later show, like, because I don't really want to take it. But I'm
Be
just
done
saying,
with it. None of your nonsense about bathtubs full of water. I want proper science with this one rather than you and your fat ass on your mate who can't mastic properly. I want scientific. I want David Attenborough style facts.
I'll come back on it, mate. I'll come back on it. But like, I don't really want to turn it into a conspiracy thing. But I'm just feeling like
Do you
that
think either
there's.
dinosaurs were never here
I think there are
or humans
intelligent
were already up
mankind
there?
beyond the time that we kind of give it credit for. Do you know what I mean?
So, you know, birds are living dinosaurs. They're the descendants of dinosaurs. Birds,
But this
pigeons.
is my point, yeah. Because when you say that to me, when people say something like that to me, I kind of glaze over a little bit because I kind of think like, yeah, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I really. I don't know. I don't know if I
Do
really
you believe?
believe. I need to do some more research so I could be specific on the bits that I don't really believe
Yeah.
in.
I think what you need to do is pour yourself a nice glass of rosé, and then get get a book on dinosaurs from the library.
So check this out. I'm just going to say something right
Oh,
now, which is a
go on,
bit.
then. It's got to be good. You set the bar high with the dinosaur human link.
I recently was thinking to myself, like, in a weird way, like, well, you know, when 0 hours contracts came out and people were talking
Okay.
about 0 hours contracts. To me, in my mind, that was quite a recent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe associated with Deliveroo and Uber and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't
It's
know.
got to be 20 years, isn't it?
Well, I always felt like I feel for them 0 hours man them and gal them because they're on a 0 hours contract. Well, turns out only upon getting a new job did I find out I've been on a 0 hours contract for like 5.5, 6 years, bruv.
Wow. Wow. How did you find that out then?
Well, because that's what was said to me as I said, oh yeah, like I'm gonna be leaving. Like, what's my notice
And they're
period and
like,
that?
you don't work here. You haven't worked here for like 10
What
years.
I'm
How was that on your ego? Yeah, I'm going to hand him a notice. Who is this guy?
saying, who is this guy? Exactly,
Is the guy from the
exactly.
car park? Is he like the...
And they saw me in the toilet with Tutu aftershave and thought I was selling. No, I'm joking.
Is your lollipop?
Why do people? I think I've said this before, but why would people? That's one thing I don't miss about about toilets and nightclubs and things. Yeah, is like, why would somebody buy food in a toilet?
Yeah. Yeah. And again, as kids, we were always told if a man talks to you in the toilet and tries to give you a lolly or anything to lick, just run away. Punch him in the nuts, run out. When I did that, mate, there was security all over the hippodrome.
I'll be honest, mate. By the time I got to be a child, like, the message had
Sorry,
been softened to Charlie says, always tell your mummy when you go somewhere. But it meant pretty much what you just said.
yeah, I've been licking stuff in toilets. What's wrong with you, man? Why are you so cold today? I'm the one who's cold. Where's this thermal fleece thing? Is this
I'll
another
be honest,
sponsor?
this is so warm. I've had to open the window, mate. I'm sitting here with the window open because
Is this another one of your backhander sponsored tops that you haven't mentioned yet?
this is not. This is not. I just thought the colour suited me, bruv. Anyway, next show. By the time we do the next show, I'll be 40,
I know, it's incredible, isn't it?
smashing it.
Yeah, and what are you looking forward to the most?
Did you see that? That was my fake wink
I saw that. Yeah, it was really impressive.
because I can't wink.
But what happened was, though, you went like that, the hair didn't move. It's like the hair's on like a stick, and it just went like that. You went, "Whoop," and it just stayed. What are you looking forward to most about being 40?
Just I'm just grateful to be there, man. I think if people have seen me do stand up and that, I do a bit about getting ill, like about it'll be 5 years ago now, and it was an illness, like a swift, sharp illness that could have killed me.
But it wasn't like all clear Dave. It wouldn't be like all clear Rose.
No. It was like it was serious, and ever since then, I kind of been grateful for. Well, I am grateful for every day, even the bad ones, man. So probably because you realise then when life might not be there, you realise how good it is, even the bad shit.
But when you was in the worst of it, what if you died and everything that's happened since has just been like a dream?
I don't know how to answer that, but one thing I will say is that everything that's happened since has kind of been pushed from like thinking something would go, thinking that I wouldn't have been able to.
I love the way when I say something to you and you're not interested, you'll go, I don't know how to answer that, and then you completely change subject. That's just brilliant. It's like talking to a solicitor. So, am I going to get off with this? Well, I don't know how to answer that. But my car, you know, what? So, but did you find God or anything like that when you got ill?
No,
What was your
right.
thing?
So I'll say it how it is. I had bilateral pulmonary embolism, so I had a large blood clot in each lung,
And what?
and I couldn't really breathe in or
You
out,
had a
mate.
you had a blood clot in
A
your
blood clot,
lung.
two blood clot.
How did you get them then?
There was never a reason.
I know. You was arsing around in the bathtub, weren't you? You was in the water, in the bathtub, going underwater, holding your breath too long, and you mucked up your lungs. Just to prove a point to make the mastic. That's what happened. You got Jacques Cousteau disease, man.
Easy now. I've actually seen that film.
The
The Big Blue. Sorry.
The Big Blue. There you
Yeah,
go.
I've only ever
Biggest
seen
blood
like
clot.
2 films. I've seen that.
There you go, mate. It's gone up well. How did you get it then? They don't know.
No one ever knew, and that's why like I'm on meds for the rest of my life and that. But my point being, like since then, it's kind of pushed me to just do stuff. Why not do it? Why not have a go? Do you know what I mean?
I think everyone should have a guess. Put it in a box. What you think caused your illness? What it was and what did it?
That would be cheery.
That'd be great, man, because we might find a cure.
We
Someone you
might
went to school with might go, "Oh yeah, it's when I punched him in the chest when he was 12 or something."
I don't think that's going to come in.
What symptoms did you have before you had it?
I could hardly breathe in or out. That's what I'm saying. I
I
couldn't
love the
breathe
way I
in
could
or out.
breathe out. I just couldn't breathe in.
I couldn't
Got
breathe
really
in or out.
awkward.
No, 'cause the reason why I say it like that is because I used to when I was younger. I suffer from asthma. Anyone who's ever suffered from asthma, it is actually a struggle to breathe out. It might not feel like that, but that's what it is, right? It's a struggle to breathe out, yeah. But yeah, with this, I struggle to breathe in and out, basically. So when you said there, did you find God? To me, it wasn't about finding God. It was like literally for the whole period of like when it was really bad, it was like thinking to yourself, breathe in, and then breathe out every breath, like not really sleeping too tough because you were thinking. It would have been easier not to breathe at points. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, but you know, that's not really an option, right?
No, it doesn't really help.
Nah. So yeah, no finding God, mate. It was just like breathe in, yeah, and then.
And what changes did you make to your life after that? What did you do different?
I don't know. I suppose the first thing that I did is I saved up for a camera, and I never bought the camera because I was like waiting for the perfect moment and all this other rubbish that was just makeup, and just realised, you know what, to go and buy the camera. Had the money for the camera, bought the camera, started taking pics, doing videos, learning video editing software, recording my own gigs, went out to America, recorded my gigs, made a little vlog of it and that. Do you know what I mean? Just got interested in things that I was probably interested in before, but I was always like putting off for the perfect moment. And you realise that perfect moment might not ever come, mate. So you might as well get on it.
Oh, look at a little bit of a profound,
It's true.
little kind of, hey, so you never know how long you got.
It's a true thing.
We think your hair will go like that.
On that, I reckon that's a good place to stop, no?
No, you just really sunk the mood. People are now crying. People are now watching this. They go, it's quite funny. This like, I miss my teddy bear. Come on, let's tell us what you're going to do for the last couple of days before your 40th.
I've got. Oh man, this isn't really doing much for my cred either, but champagne's in the
What
fridge.
cred? Hang on. What cred is this you're talking
Cred,
about?
mate. The credentials.
What the credentials in the Kettering Ensdem in St Albans, massive.
The Albanian credentials.
The purple posse.
The purple posse. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little drink. I'll probably go for a long walk, mate. This is gonna sound rubbish in a few years because people are gonna be like, "It was your 40th birthday. Why didn't you go to the club? Why didn't you go to the pub? Why didn't you do this?" Because we're in lockdown. We can't go nowhere. There's nowhere open. You can't go to the pub. So I've got the beers in, got some champagne in, got some good food.
You can't have friends around or anything, can you?
Nah.
Nothing.
I'm going to tell it how it is, mate. Went to Waitrose earlier, bought some mussels, bought some duck. Do you know what I mean? I'm cooking it up. I'm all over it.
Proper hardcore urban food, man. Just all over that. Some duck, some croissant, some potato framboise. You know what I mean? That's how we roll in St. Vincent.
I don't do them potato things anyway, whatever you just said. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like it's got butter in it. And I don't really do butter, you know.
Utterly buttery. I can't believe he's not butter.
Not on it. But you know what? I think we should leave it there. Come
Leave
back to
it
the
there.
people soon. So big up everybody. Like, nice seeing
Stay
you while I'm
safe.
still like this side of 40. See you on the other side of 40. God bless. God willing, even.
But next time we see you, you'll be 40. And will you have sorted out the electrical sockets in your house that keep electrocuting you, making your hair stand on end?
I think I'll have sorted that out. Yeah,
Do it.
that should be all good. Jokes. Right. So yeah. Big up John. Big up all the people. Them like, subscribe, share with your friends. Oh, a few people have fed back that they've been running while listening to the podcast. And that person who said that to me, I was like, man, I need to get myself running. So they've inspired me.
Yeah, they inspired me to run. They've inspired me to have a cake. The man who'd come up with jogging, he died jogging. There's
Oh.
a hint there. Yeah. The man who invented Segway, he died on a Segway. So, you know.
Let me take that back now. The man who invented jogging, that's an idiot thing. Because no one invented jogging.
He did. He made it big in the 70s in America. And
in the 70s in America. So what, they weren't man jogging around Africa back in time before time? Or a man jogging for the bus?
You know how hot it is in Africa?
A man jogging for the bus in London?
No, there was no...
A black mother jogging after her black ute to give him some licks. I'm joking.
Yeah, well, that's made it a little bit awkward, mate. That's taking Arthur Lydiard. There you go.
Are you being deadly serious?
Yeah, he was the man who invented jogging.
That's an idiot thing.
If
you think that's an idiot thing, put it in the comments.
Well, we're going to talk about it next time.
Yeah, let's do it. All right,
yeah.
Big up.
And I'm going to have my calculator ready. Mate.
Have your calculator ready.
Statistically, go.
Invented jogging, idiot thing. All right, big up.
We no lie, resonating, vibes